Hello everyone. Today I'll be talking about Hunter x Hunter, or Hiatus Hiatus, as the manga readers like to call it, and why you should watch the anime. Other than the badass characters like Gon, Killua, Hisoka, Corolla, Lucifer, Netero, etc., Netero in my opinion is the most badass old guy in all of anime. But there's a lot more characters I can talk about, but that's for another video. So basically, the main character Gon, well, sort of, I'll talk about it a little bit later, wants to find his dad. His dad Jin left Gon and his wife when Gon was a toddler to explore the world and become a hunter, which is the anime version of I'm going to get groceries, I'm never coming back. And Gon's whole mindset was like, wow, my dad really left me and my mom out here in this island with no money to become a pro hunter. So now I'm gonna do that and to see like why he did that, what's all the hype about. Which I'd be like, man, hell no, screw my dad. I ain't do nothing that I ain't want him and go D1. But Gon doesn't want to do that. So what's a pro hunter, you might ask? Well, a pro hunter is someone who has to take an exam. It's like a strenuous exam. I'll talk about that in another video. There's a lot to that. It's basically someone who can do whatever they want, travel wherever they want, and kill whoever they want. That's the key here, to kill whoever they want. Yeah. The anime has these many arcs. It has the Hunter exam, the Heaven's Arena arc, the York New City arc, the Greed Island arc, and the Chimera Ant arc, and also the Killua Zoldyck arc. That's like 6 episodes, so I don't really count that as an arc. So I'm gonna give you just a brief overview of all of them. So maybe if it tickles your fancy, you can watch the show. So in the Hunter exam is where Gon, the MC, quote unquote, finds his best buddy and his sidekick, Killua Zoldyck. Killua is gonna be your favorite character for this entire arc and probably the rest of the show. Killua's he's different. He's badass. He's a killer. I think it's probably the pun there. Killua, killer. Yeah, he's dope. Gon also makes friends with Kurapika and Leorio, and he meets a perverted villain, Hisoka, the pedophile clown magician. And why he's a pedophile clown magician, I'll talk about that when I do the Hisoka character analysis video. Because boy, there's a lot of talk about him. He's cool, but he's also kind of weird. This arc is long. I'm not gonna lie, this arc did take me a couple tries to go through it the first time. This arc is long, but the fights are good, and I'm gonna leave it at that. I don't want to spoil anything. And yeah, I mean that's about it for the Hunter exam. And then the next arc is the Heaven's Arena arc. The Heaven's Arena arc is basically where they get their power-ups and become strong as they unlock Nen, which is basically this show's version of their superpower. So for a brief example of Nen is something which you can just create with your head. Like for example, Killua, he was tortured a lot as a kid. So he was tortured through basically through tasers and stuff. And I'll talk about all of that in another video for Killua, because I can't go into all of that because there's just a brief overview of why you should watch the anime. So back to Nen. It's basically you can think of something, whatever you can think of, and you can do in a sense. So let's say Killua, he's I want to manipulate lightning because I was being tased a lot, and I can take that. I can take the punishment of lightning, and I can also give it. So he thought that'd be a good power. So he trained with electricity, and got the he can summon lightning in a sense. This is a very brief and probably pretty wrong description of Nen, but it'll just give you an idea, and I'll throw a couple pictures up here to show what I mean. That's basically what that arc is for. It's basically just to boost their power up, because right now they had no chance of lasting long in this current arc, because if they didn't get powered up, then it would be bad. So now we're gonna talk about the York New City arc, which we're introduced to the Phantom Troop, which are basically evil Power Rangers. Evil emo Power Rangers, put it at that. and their leader was Trollo Lucifer, who's probably the most emo badass Power Ranger there is. He's ridiculously strong, and this was the arc where I was personally hooked on. This, like the plot development, the characters introduced, all the strategy involved in this arc, it's kind of beautiful, to be honest. So this is the arc which I got caught on, which I was hooked, and I started binge watching the entire show. So this probably be the arc where you get involved too, because you're introduced to a lot of badass characters. And then there's after this one is Greed Island arc, which is pretty much a glorified card game hunt, whatever you want to say. Jin, Gon's dad, created this game basically to like mess with Gon, because Jin does not want to do anything with the son. So he basically created this game to be like, oh, here's a clue to find me, because he knew Gon was going to try and find him. So Gon and Killua go into the game, and they try to beat it. Going to the game is, I know it sounds like, what do you mean going to the game? Like some kind of Jumanji? Nah, I'll talk about Greed Island when I do the Greed Island arc video. But the Greed Island, it's a good arc. It's a good arc. There's a couple dry spells here and there, and there's like a 12 episode thing of them just getting stronger because they hit a roadblock. So, I mean, it's a good arc. It's a good arc. That's all I have to say about that one. And then the longest arc in the animes after this one is the Chimera Ant arc. And this arc is probably the favorite for most of the anime and manga readers. It's basically an arc about superpowered ants, quote unquote, that take over the world. They try to take over the world. The fights and plot development in this arc are beautiful. The villain's character development is insane. It's sad at some points and badass at some points. And you're introduced to a lot of characters like Miriam, who is like the leader of the ants. He fights Netero, that's going to be hype, because that fight is insane. And it's probably one of the best fights I've seen in anime. And that's coming from a Dragon Ball Z fan. And so I just wanted to give a brief overview of all the arcs. And I hope you guys would like to watch this anime. I enjoyed it, so I want to give a summary to y'all, so maybe y'all can start watching it too. I'm going to be doing a character analysis video and a arc analysis video. I'll probably start off with Gon for the video. But yeah, other than that, see you in the next video. And yeah, subscribe.